Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Physical Media tonight on a Friday night. You know, I was thinking, I don't think I've ever done a stream on a Friday night. I don't think in the entire history of this channel have I done a stream on a Friday night. Well, this is really kind of the equivalent of when I used to do streams on Sunday nights because this is the end of my work week now. I work a regular work week, Monday through Friday, and I decided to go live tonight because it's the end of the work week and it's time to party. And what better place to party and what better people to party with than the physical media community? So I am here. Just got done. I was running a little bit late because my wife and I just got done watching Challengers. Literally like 10 minutes before I came in here to set everything up. So intense movie. I'll say that. I'm gonna speak on this on the channel sometime in the near future. So I'll save my thoughts, and my wife and I will probably review it on our channel. But thank you all for being here. There is 96 people in the chat right now. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. So we're going to dive into a couple of topics, but really this can be an Ask Me Anything. If you all got questions you want to ask, things you want to talk about, you can drop them in the chat. But I do want to go over the Severn Film sale, which started last night, and also the Redbox news that's been spreading around like wildfire. I thought maybe I would do like a video about it, but I was like, let's just discuss it live. I'll pull up the article that honestly pissed me off when I saw it on Instagram. And we'll go into it and discuss it, and I'll give my thoughts. And we'll talk about the legacy of the Redbox, you know, in physical media. That'll be a fun time. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Hit that like button. Let me go ahead and dive into the chat. See what you guys are saying. See how you guys are doing tonight. How have you all kicked off your weekend? Have you all already watched a movie? What have you watched? What did you pick up this week? What sales? Last stream I did, we talked about all the sales. Well, now there's another one that I'm going to talk about tonight. What sales have you partook in? How much have you bought? What's the damage? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. We got Gus, first one in the door. Thank you for being here, Gus. You know, I set this up a little bit last minute within the past couple of hours. So I appreciate everybody that turned out. Sweet, something to listen to while I install new brakes. Well, I'm happy to be that person while you're getting your mechanic on. Okay. But guys, look, I need, same as last stream, I need you guys to bring the energy tonight. I need it to be an active chat because it's been a long week. I'm tired, but I'm keeping myself awake. I'm already late enough. This is like 11 o'clock. I rarely start streams at 11 o'clock, but I'm doing it tonight. So yeah, keep the energy high. All right. I also got a new clip that I'm going to be debuting tonight. A new clip. So we'll see. Let's see. Born Pasta. Hey, Ken, it's been a while since I've been in the streams. Well, I'm happy that you could be here in the streams, Born Pasta. Thank you. We got Kevin Kruger says, hey, Ken, what are the top 5 Kino 4Ks? That is a hell of a question, Kevin. You know, off the top of my head, I'm just going to say To Live and Die in LA. And that's it. No, To Live and Die in LA. God, I cannot. Night of the Hunter was a great one. I have to look. I really have to look. Face Off was a spectacular 4K. I definitely lump that in there. Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more. Good, the Bad, the Ugly. All 3 of those were great, but I'll count those as one. Tropic Thunder, honestly, I think is a phenomenal 4K. That's probably in the conversation, and it was really cool that they did that movie. That movie holds up beautifully. It's even funnier now than it was when it came out. So trying to think of a horror title. You know what? I'll just say Cujo. Cujo is really cool. And it was a great looking 4K, and it was really cool that they brought all the Eureka features and put that on the release. So that's definitely one of them. But that's hard to rattle off the top of my head, man. Some Like It Hot was a really good one too. Some Like It Hot was a really good one off the top of my head. Let's see. What's up, Antonis? How you doing tonight, man? What's your opinion on the 4K steelbook of Point Break, Forrest Gump, and the Blu-ray of Cocaine Bear? I wish if I found the Forrest Gump steelbook in my Walmart, I would have bought it, but I couldn't. I found Cocaine Bear, but I didn't get it. I don't really like that artwork, but I'll say this: it looks better in person because I've seen it in person multiple times now, and the artwork for the Cocaine Bear steelbook looks better in person. I still do not like that movie. I thought it was one of the worst movies of last year. Just my opinion. If you liked it, that's fine. So I don't want to own that movie because I just don't like it. So there's a movie that, because I got to watch it on Peacock. So I got to screen it. I didn't have to buy it. Now that I know I hate it, I don't want to buy it. There are movies that I hate that I will not add to the collection consciously. Okay. I say that, but I'll find it for $1 at the Goodwill in like 5 years and I'll get it. Let's see. What else was it? Point Break. I've got the Point Break steelbook. I got that last year, the Best Buy exclusive. That's not exclusive anymore because Best Buy doesn't sell physical media now. They're letting Walmart do it. But I think that one is on Amazon. I think that one's on Amazon. What's up, Truck or Not? What's up, Adrian James? Hey there, Ken. How's it going? I appreciate it. How's it going with you, Adrian? Hey, Kenny and Chad. We got Scorpion fans in here. Guys, I want Amazon had pre-order Nightmare on Elm Street 4K, much easier to get. I don't know what's going on with Nightmare. I don't know what's going on with Nightmare. That got announced, 2.5 months ago? I'm trying to remember because it's Warner Brothers. I'm trying to remember how long it was. Because didn't they announce the exclusive for The Exorcist first, the UK exclusive? I do not feel like it was longer than 2 months. I feel like the exclusive was announced, Bible edition was announced, and then maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later that we got the steelbook in the US and the slipcover, that hideous slipcover for The Exorcist. So I don't know what's going on with Nightmare. I don't know what's going on with Terminator because that was also announced, a deluxe like steelbook packaged edition of the Terminator. They're just stringing us along, making us wait. I still believe. I'm trying to think of this in my head. So I remember seeing Barbie. I remember seeing Barbie with the wife and the kids, and I just had these vivid memories. I remember us driving to the movie theater. My wife was driving, and I was posting because they had just announced the Exorcist 4K slipcover. And that was the end of July. Barbie and Oppenheimer came out at the end of July. So, and Exorcist got released in September. So maybe if that timeline matches up, if it's going to be the same, maybe within the next 2 weeks, we'll be getting that Nightmare slipcover and steelbook announcement. Who knows? We could. But my question, what's the steelbook going to be? Is it going to be a Walmart exclusive? Is it going to be on Amazon? Probably Groove. That's what Warner Brothers been doing recently. Probably going to be on Groove. And maybe Walmart as well, and also Amazon. I don't think it'll be a Walmart exclusive, but I could be wrong. So the steelbook for Nightmare, I'm thinking is probably going to be on Groove, on Amazon, and Walmart, and then we're going to get the slipcover announcement, and then obviously we're going to have the one on Zavi as well. So there you go. We cracked the code. Maybe the next 2 weeks. If not, then Nightmare might be an October release, and if it's an October release, then we might not hear the announcement until August. So I don't know. Either way, it's frustrating because I just want to know what the hell that thing looks like. I'm sure they're going to mess up the cover. At least on the slip, they're going to mess up the cover bad. It's like, it's so simple. Just freaking, you just need the original poster, but they're not going to do that. I would put an image of him with the long arms coming down the street, the driveway. That's what I would do. But that's just me. I got Dark Angel on 4K. Love the movie. Not a bad 4K transfer, Kenny. I didn't. I've been sleeping on Scream Factory. I haven't really wanted any of their new stuff except for like Killer Clowns and RoboCop 2, which I'll admit I bought RoboCop 2 on 4K. just because I knew that people wanted to see a review of that on the channel. So I bought it just to watch it on 4K because it had been a while and review it. I already had the Scream Factory Blu-ray and I hadn't watched that since I bought it. So I was like, I don't want to get this right away. But then I was like, I'll go ahead and get it so I can review it on the channel. And the review did well. So it was a justified purchase. But I don't know. They've just been like September is some good announcements. Like I will pick up the Amityville remake and I will pick up the Stepfather on 4K. And Poltergeist 2 I'll probably grab. I'll probably grab Poltergeist 2 just because I want that, to match the first one on 4K. But other than that, it's like I'm just not interested in what Shout and Scream's doing. Or even if I am interested, like I can wait for them. Like I don't need UHF on 4K now. I don't need Matinee on 4K now. I damn sure don't need Phantoms on 4K. I don't even know if I want that in the collection. So I was in a place where I was trying to collect all their new 4Ks. And Dark Angel is probably one I'll get. I don't know too much about it, but I've heard some good things about it. So I'll get it at some point. But I'm just in a place now where I just don't need it. I can get it later on when there's a sale or something and pick it up for cheaper. Whereas before, I was kind of wanting to grab every new Scream Factory 4K that was coming out. But they were on a roll. Like I still believe there were a lot of people that were complaining about Scream Factory doing constant upgrades and all that kind of stuff. But I loved it because a lot of those titles I didn't have yet. And they were upgrading to 4K, so I got to buy them for the first time in 4K. So I was digging 2022 Scream Factory, 2023 Scream Factory, and they were just putting out tons of great titles on 4K, and they looked spectacular. Like I still think about The Burning on 4K. It's one of my favorite 4Ks. Night of the Demons on 4K was amazing. My Bloody Valentine on 4K was amazing. Like they put out some real heavy hitters last year. Like last year was an incredible year for Scream Factory, in my opinion. 2022 was good too, because that's when they put out all the Chuckies and stuff. So, but this year, I can't defend them this year. They haven't been putting anything out I'm too interested in. I'll be honest. Let's see. Ken, I bought 15 Criterions this month. My wife is going to kill me. I hear you, man. I bought 4. Okay, because I'm trying to spread the money out for all the sales. And it's like I can't go hard into one. I bought 4 Kinos. I bought 4 Criterions. I bought 7 Vinegar Syndromes because I kept checking those daily deals, and I took advantage of several of the $13 Blu-rays with the slipcovers. I think all of them were with a slipcover. Maybe 1 or 2 wasn't. And then Severin, which we'll get into. I dropped some money on that. And of course, Opera on 4K cost a pretty penny. And also the freaking Hitcher. The freaking Hitcher was announced on 4K this week, and I had to freaking buy that too. I hope everybody can hear me. I did not check to see if you guys can hear me. That'll be okay. Born Pasta agreed with me on something, so I know you guys can hear me. I always do that first thing, and I was like, oh god, what a nightmare if you guys haven't been able to hear me this entire time. But I feel you, man. I feel you. Fortunately, I don't do the audits anymore, so I don't have to worry about the wife, But I've still been doing good because I haven't been buying a lot of the new releases. Like I said, Scream Factory, a lot of stuff I would usually buy, I'm not. So I'm just trying to focus on the premium editions, the pre-orders for I was going to say second sight, the Hitcher on 4K, Opera on 4K. Your Next on 4K was announced 2 weeks ago. I freaking ordered that. And then all the sales that's going on. So, and then I've been picking up random steelbooks at Walmart, like Kickboxer. And I did go ahead and purchase Abigail because I saw it in Walmart early. And my wife and I actually have a review for this up on our channel, Marywood Media, which is linked down below. If you want to subscribe to that channel, I would definitely appreciate it. And we reviewed this yesterday. But I saw this out 2 days early at my Walmart, so I went and picked it up. Even though it's a Blu-ray and it's $23, so I didn't want to pay that much, but I really wanted to see the movie because I heard good things about it. But I'll be doing a video. I want to do a video on both of these at the same time and just kind of talking about Blu-rays that are being released and should they be put out on 4K and and the merit of those releases on their own. But that may drop tomorrow, Sunday, sometime. I don't know. Whenever I get time to shoot it. All right. John Doe Juggalo. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Dimension Scott? How you doing, Justin Voorhees? I have not seen the animated Watchmen trailer. I have not seen that. You know what? I'm holding out for a States release. Like, I don't want to grab that 88 Films American Pie 4K because I feel like maybe Universal will do it in the States. Maybe a nice Steelbook as well. I think American Pie deserves that. I mean, I would want American Pie in 4K. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I don't want to get the 88 Films release because I feel like there's maybe another one on the horizon. And it's just so weird that 88 Films got American Pie. Like, that's just odd to me. What's up, Don? How you doing, ma'am? Bought 8 Severin, 10 Criterion Collection, 23 Kino Lorber, 40 figures. God damn. Oh my God. That's rough, man. That's rough. I hear you. 40 Vinegar Syndrome. What did you get? Every single daily deal they announced? Every single one. My goodness. What's up, Brian? What's up, Maddie? The best white Jamaican. I'm excited Arrow's doing Heather's 4K. They are. You know what? I wanted to order the Silence of the Lambs 4K and I never did. Is that a sign that I just shouldn't? Is it already sold out? Let me look that up real quick. Now I'm curious. I completely forgot to order it. So if it's sold out, then good. I just won't get it. I don't need it anyway. Even though a lot of people are saying that the Kino Lorber Silence of the Lambs is not great, color timing issues. I remember watching it and I enjoyed it, so I don't I don't know. But I got to look at Diabolic for this. I'm not going to waste y'all's time. But yeah, I need to figure out if that Silence of the Lambs is still in stock or not. RIP Redbox, yeah. Got the Godzilla -1 4K and the Opera 4K. Nice. Yeah, I did not get Godzilla -1. It's a nice looking set, but I again want to hold out for something in the States. I don't feel like I need all that with Godzilla -1. I like the movie a lot, but I just need like a regular, slipcover steel book or something like that. These sales, I mean, it could definitely feel that way during this time, like when all the sales just converge together and you're like looking at all the money you spend. You're like, do I need all this? Because you just feel like you have to take advantage of it, right? Like you got to stock up, like there's never going to be another sale again. Newsflash, there will be. So you don't have to get everything right now. Didn't I make a video about that? No, I just talked about it on my live stream. That's what I did. My last live stream I did. But the Criterion sale, guys, there's going to be another one November. Kino Lorber, there's going to be another one in 3 months. October, there'll be another Kino Lorber sale. Severin will have another sale in November. Vinegar Syndrome will do more daily deals, and they'll probably have all the same titles again. So you don't have to get it all now. It's just we feel like we do. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's why I didn't go crazy. I didn't go crazy on any sale. I just got 4 titles, for the 2 big ones, Kino and Criterion, because I knew Vinegar Syndrome and Severin were right around the corner. But to Severin's credit, like they had a really good deal. We'll talk about it. It's like better than Kino. Like we'll get into it though. Hello everyone. I watched Arcadian on Shutter and I thought it was pretty good. Nice. I did want to see that. I wasn't, I almost was going to blind buy that one. But I don't know. I heard mixed things about it, but if you think it's pretty good, maybe I'll get it. I don't go overboard. I get it. I get it. What's up, Christian? Yeah, I really want part 2. Oh, you got Free Willy, huh? What's up, Eli? Christian, what boutique label do you think looks best on the shelf? Probably Vinegar Syndrome, or Second Sight. But Arrow looks good too. It's all those. Um, it's all those. You know what? Kinos look good on the shelf. Kinos look damn good on the shelf because they're all nice and uniformed. The slip covers, even if you don't have the slip covers, they're nice and uniformed. Um, I'll probably say Vinegar Syndrome. They're all nice and colorful. I don't know. Vinegar Syndrome. There's just something about it. You are heard. Well, thank you, Brian. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Sydney, evening, Ken. How do you do? What's up, Sydney? How you doing? 183 people in here. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Please, please, for the love of God, hit the like button. Guys, unfriended in 4K. What's unfriended? Oh, unfriended. I like unfriended, but I don't know. Like I won't say this about many movies, but found footage movies, I don't think need to be in 4K at all. I just don't see the benefit of it. Because it's meant to look like you're, looking through a camera. It's supposed to look like home video. So I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. I'm trying to think of Unfriended. I know it's a more modern movie, modern technology, and that's more of a what they started to call screen life. I think that was what the genre was. It's not necessarily found footage, but it's found footage adjacent. It's a subgenre of found footage where the footage takes place on a computer screen. Like the story's being told like through a computer screen. That's what Searching did. That's what Missing did. Unfriended, both of those movies did it. A movie called The Den, which I watched on Netflix probably like 10 years ago by now, which is actually a really good movie. I don't even know if that has a physical media release. Somebody should put that out if it doesn't. But yeah, those movies, I don't know. I just don't know if they need 4Ks. I don't know. Thank you, MS. Is it Hitcher 4K? It is. I don't even know if it's sold out now, but it has to be very limited. Or not very limited. I'm sure they printed a ton of copies, but it's going to be sold out within at least a month or two. I can almost guarantee that. Go to the nearest Redbox and rent all the 4Ks, and they can't charge you full price since they're going out of business. Do they even do 4Ks? Did they start to do 4Ks? I must have been done renting at the Redbox. I'll talk about my history with the Redbox so when we get to it. What's up, Frightful Night Media? Already ordered 12 titles from Severin and didn't even get any of the new titles. Smart man. And if you ordered 12 of their 750 Blu-rays, you made out pretty good. Like you got 12 titles. That's better than Kino. You got 12 titles for under 100. Nice. I ordered it as well. And I also ordered The Last Horror Picture. Is that what it's called? And I used my $10 coupon because they messed up my Kathy Curse slipcover. 160 on the Severn sale last night. I wouldn't be that upset, but I've been pre-buying so much lately. Yeah. Oh, American Pie 2, huh? The best film in the franchise. You know what? I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. American Pie 2 is so much fun. That's the one I rewatched the most. I just remember my friends and I rewatched that one like all the time. The scene with the two ladies and all them up in the bedroom is freaking comedy gold. I'm not hungry. So good. I see Long Legs is getting a lot of positive buzz today. Yeah, everybody's seeing Long Legs. My wife and I are supposedly getting a date night tomorrow, and I'm hoping we can go see Long Legs because I am dying to see that movie. I haven't seen Maxine yet. I do want to see Maxine, but like I am dying to see Long Legs. Like I really want to see that movie. So I can't wait to go see that. Redbox doesn't carry 4K. You'll be lucky to find a Blu-ray. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, my Redbox had quite a few Blu-rays back in the day. What's up, God Tank? How you doing? What's your favorite scary movie from the 80s? That's a good question. I gotta go basic. The Shining. I mean, The Shining's like it's in my top 10 of all time. I love The Shining, and of course, R.I.P. Shelley Duvall passed away this week, but it's just one of the greatest movies ever made. So I gotta say The Shining. But outside The Shining, I would probably say Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween 2. I love Halloween 2. So one of those. So Alien Romulus is a rumor to get a 4K in the end of the year. I'd say it's gonna get a 4K. I mean, Prey got a 4K, Disney, and Romulus is actually getting a theatrical release. So I don't see why I wouldn't get a 4K. 12 Angry Men. That's a great one. That's a great pick. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Need to shower. Hell yeah. Now I want to see it even more. From what I hear, Maxine's like a really like seedy, like LA noir crime thriller type movie, not really horror, which honestly makes me more excited to see it. So, but the thing about that is my wife doesn't want to see that at all. She just doesn't care. And she wants to see Long Legs. So that's probably what we'll see. Let's see. Bought the Argento bundle. Nice. That thing sold out too. Put together an $80 order. We'll probably snag the Birdemic box set. Something. Yeah, there's a box set sale, guys, and we'll be live when it happens. That starts at midnight, I think. That should start at midnight. So, and I don't know if the 750 titles are going to go away, so we need to get on there sooner rather than later. My favorite 4K is the Coraline Steelbook. I never bought that. I need to get that Coraline Steelbook. Oh, nice, nice. Watching the 4K of Little Darlings. That's a great movie, and that's a great 4K. That is really a great 4K. Nice. 300, I think Cocaine Bear looks like those old book covers we used to get back in the 80s. Yeah, it wasn't bad in person. I was kind of hard on it on the physical media report when it first got announced. Nice. Twister. Popped in Twister. Yeah, I do have a review up for Twister. If you haven't yet checked it out, go check it out. But that review is my best review, like views wise. Like I got almost, I think, 25,000 views on that review, and I did not think that was going to happen. But if it could happen for any movie that I talk about on the channel, I'm so happy that it was Twister that got that many views, because I love that movie so much, and I feel like I can retire now because I reviewed Twister and everybody watched it. So I'm done. That's my dream, That's the dream. I agree, Ken, it was a pretty ridiculous movie, but I had a crazy experience in the theaters with the crowd, so I decided why not steelbook worthy. Yeah, I get it. I get it. If you like, there's a lot of people that like that. Like, I'm in the minority on that. No, they do stuff still, Matt. I announced their stuff on the physical media report. I've gotten stuff that I've shown off on the channel. It's just they kind of they've done a lot of Jess Franco movies, for sure. But they've definitely done stuff since the Final Countdown. They've done God Told Me To, which was a really good release from them. Not Burial Ground, Dead and Buried 4K. That was a really good release from them too. That was 2021. God Told Me To, it's 2022. It's just that they've only released like 2 or 3 titles a year for the past 3 years. They're just kind of slow and steady. Let's see. The sales on top of one another. I'm overdosing. I got 4 kinos. Oh yeah, I forgot about Arrow too. Crazy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, that was a great 4K. Why Disney Channel shows not putting Blu-ray in physical media? I don't know, Mary. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, that sucks. I saw a lot of people posting about that. That really stinks that they did that to y'all. That really stinks. I didn't get the Steelbook. I think it's still available on Groove, but I got the 4K to review from Warner Brothers, so I didn't need it. And I tried to tell myself that, and I didn't really like the design. It was okay, but I honestly like the slipcover the best. Now I did think about ordering that premium edition from the UK, or maybe it's in the US too, but it's like a Nightmare on Elm Street and Terminator. They announced like some kind of like steelbook box set release, so I might get that still if it's still available, but just because I love that movie. But to be honest, I've had to buy so much in the past couple of days. I just can't afford it right now. I gotta wait. So if it's not available in like a month when it's time to order it, then I just won't get it. What's up, Wave? How you doing tonight, sir? If you're getting Godzilla set, you get 15% off of the email code and free shipping with text code. Oh, cool. Now I'm probably not gonna get it. I've got too much this week. I mean, between the Hitcher and Opera, that's like what, $120? That's just 2 freaking movies, And then I got that last horror picture because I was kind of mad at myself that I didn't get it last time. Of course, I would have rather had the Maniac 2 slipcover, but I got the nice rainbow edition slipcover, which is cool. But I heard good things about that movie, so I'm excited to watch it. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've been to the Redbox since pre-pandemic, to be honest. That's when my collecting really started to take off, and I was just like, I don't need to. I just buy everything. Everything I want to watch, I buy. What is it good, Ken? Just picked up Shadow. It was a blind buy, so I hope it's a good movie. I heard Shadow was a really good movie, actually. I haven't seen it. It is. There's several Steelbook options. There's a Walmart. There's a Amazon, I think. Yeah, Death Dream. Death Dream did just come out. They've done 2 releases this year so far. Um, oh yeah, that's another one. That's another freaking one. Yeah, Dead Pit. My friends over at Dead Pit did a stream with the guy that runs Red Shirt Pictures, Michael Felcher, the other night, and I've watched part of that stream. I haven't watched the whole thing, but he doesn't have the pre-order up yet, but hopefully it's up soon. But there's 3 different covers for that. But 100% I'm getting that. As soon as they announce the pre-orders, I'm definitely gonna place an order and support that release. Now it's gonna be he said it was gonna be $66.66, which is a very high price. But I will 100% get it. It's gonna be a great release for sure. Um, um, I don't know, probably the black, probably the black one. Groove is good to me. Groove's a great place. They're definitely an adequate replacement for Amazon. If you're fed up with Amazon's BS, with the new releases and stuff, they're an adequate place to order your stuff from for sure. Them and Diabolic and Orbits and all that. Yeah, I mean that would be nice, but it just ain't gonna happen. Not with the Warner Brothers. Guys, we broke 200 in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. Willy's Wonderland, huh? It was better than the Five Nights at Freddy's. I will say that. It was better. I think I rented that. It was during the pandemic and I rented it for 20 bucks. I just wanted to see a new movie. And I rented it and it was okay. I did not buy the 4K. I did not buy the Blu-ray. Will I? Maybe at some point. Yeah. Yeah. VSU Bubba Hotel. Would you buy it? No, Christian. I said that I will stop. If they do that, I will not collect it. I will not get it. But I don't see why they would because it's a horror title and they're not supposed to do horror in the VSU. I want the entire September slate from Scream Factor. I'm thinking Nightmare 4K will be in October. Yeah, the only reason I say September is Warner Brothers shows a history of releasing their big scary titles in September. 2022 was Poltergeist. 2019 they did The Shining, I believe, in September. Or maybe that was August. I can't remember. But the past few years, like Poltergeist and The Lost Boys was September, Exorcist was September, and A Nightmare on Elm Street is the big horror title this year. So I was assuming they would put that out in September, to give people enough time to buy it and enjoy it during the holiday horror season. That's my thought process anyway. And I was thinking Terminator would be November. I was thinking Terminator would probably be like a good November release, even though a lot of people consider that a horror slasher. So maybe you release that in October. Hitcher and Repo Man. Ken, why is it that foreign territories seem to get better boutique releases through labels like Second Sight, Umbrella, compared to the USA? Honestly, it just comes down to what they're willing to pay for in their region and how much the license costs, and that's just how it works. But I mean, Umbrella and Second Sight, I mean, these companies that you're referring to are just some of the best in the business when it comes to packaging. So if you're referring to the packaging, I can't explain to you why Australia and the UK is better at doing packaging than the US. I mean, we have vinegar syndrome, and they do a great job. But when it comes to like Aero Video, they're UK based. We have them in the States, but they're UK based. So I'd say that counts more for the UK. But we have vinegar syndrome. We have Severin, right? Or is Severin? I don't know where Severin's based, but I know vinegar syndrome's in the US. Um, but yeah, I mean, they just do it better in the UK when it comes to packaging, I guess, and Australia. They do great stuff over there. That's come up, but it's not like an official. Like nobody's come out and said anything about them working on it. They just got the rights to it. So I'm hoping that comes at some point. But I mean, who knows? I heard a rumor about a year ago that the Kill Bills are being worked on. That they got the rights to those at Lionsgate. I think the Kill Bills, Jackie Brown, Django, and the Hateful Eight. I think Lionsgate has all those right now. So I was thinking we'd be getting Lionsgate steelbooks and 4Ks like Reservoir Dogs by now, but we haven't. So who knows when that's going to happen. It's really weird that Argyle didn't get a physical, isn't it? What happened with that? I have to dig into that. Isn't that Universal? That's weird. That is very weird. Guys, I'm going to have to zoom through this chat a little bit because I'm not going to be able to get to every comment. Because we got to get into the Severn sale and everything we need to talk about. What's up, Mike? There's been deals all week for, I don't know if it's for Prime Day or what, because Prime Day officially starts on the 14th, I think. And there's that buy two, get one free, basically is what the sale is right now going. A lot of great Amazon sales. I'm trying to update you guys every single day on my community tab, so definitely pay attention to that. I'm posting the sales. If you would like any of those titles, please use my links. I would appreciate it. I hate to be on here. I don't want to be cringy and pushing Amazon links for you guys, but it does help me. It helps support the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost, other than getting the Blu-ray or the 4K that you want, doesn't cost you a dime. So I always appreciate that when you guys, use the links that I post. I learned a Terminator anime series. Yeah, that is coming out soon. Yeah, I did see that. I have no interest though. I just really don't. I bet, Gene, it gets addicting, isn't it? Just pace yourself, man. You don't have to get it all at once. I see people out there, okay? It's like they get bit by the collecting bug, and it's like stacks of premium editions every single week. I hear you guys. I feel you. I really do. But it's a sometimes it's a slow climb, a gradual climb to build that collection. You don't have to do it all at once. Okay, you don't have to do it in 2 weeks. You can do it over the course. I've been building that collection back there for going on 8 years now. Which some people may think is not a long time. I collected back in the DVD days, and I built up a collection of like 600 or 700 titles. And then I sold them all in 2016 because I wanted to go digital, as I was an idiot, and I got like $160 for it, and that's it. Then like 2 months later, I was like, this is stupid. I want to own my movies again, and I started buying Blu-rays. So I've been building up, but in the beginning of my collecting, I would buy an occasional boutique release here and there, but I was focusing on just, building up the Blu-ray collection. I was doing a lot of thrifting, Goodwills, half-price books, flea markets, peddlers malls, all those types of places, just to build up the collection, waiting for the sales, things like that. But I mean, these sales though, guys, like if you got some money, like it's a good way to build up the collection quick for a lower cost for sure. Yeah, damn, man. I know you said 40. You hit me with the 40. 40 vinegar syndrome. God damn. 40. Messed up Kino 4K. Should have the arrow. Yeah, I remember it not looking great, but to be honest, like a lot of times in the beginning, of 4Ks or releases. Like the picture quality isn't the best because the credits are going on and all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of expect that. I thought overall all those a nice 4K, but obviously Arrow Video, come on, you can't get any better than Arrow Video. They're gonna kill it, so it's like I want it, and it's a big box set. Like I need that. I need that in my life. Silence of the Lambs is one of my favorite movies of all time. Um, but I gotta order freaking movies I'll never watch for $60. There's no time for my favorite movies of all time when I gotta do that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm gonna watch Opera on 4K. To be honest, though, The Hitcher, like I probably will watch that 4K because I'll want to review it on the channel. But it's like I just watched the Umbrella release, so I don't really have a desire to rewatch The Hitcher anytime soon. But I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it when I get it. And not Opera, I will definitely watch when I get it because I haven't seen that since 2017, 2018. Yeah, well, let's just get into that, Kevin. You know what? You brought it up. Let's get into it because I don't know how much longer this is going to last, and we've only got 13 minutes of it. If it only lasts a few more hours, but Severn right now is running a sale. I still got my Hitcher image in the background from the video that I did. They also announced some new titles. They announced this beautiful opera set, Dario Argento's opera. It is a 5-disc set. $60, which is $5 more than I paid for Cemetery Man, which is a pretty pricey 4K as well, $55, but this is $60. But it is a nice big box set, 5-disc set. You got a soundtrack in here. You got multiple cuts of the film, tons of great features. So yeah, I had to get this just because I've got most of Argento's, at least big films, like his well-known films, nice sets of those. So I had to add to the nice big box set Dario Argento collection. They got tons of bundles going on right now, guys, as well. If I can figure out how to click on here. Oh, I'm already in here. But these are the titles that I've gone over all this stuff on the physical media report, but they got a bundle right here. The Pen Apocalypse bundle, $65. You got Texas Gladiators 2020. This bundle right here is the Argento bundle, which has deep cuts in there, which are 4 films. Not all Argento, but I think one of them's Argento. The other ones are some other Italian filmmakers. But I think that sold out. I think that $150 bundle isn't available. And then you can get everything for $289. But we have 2020 Texas Gladiators, A Dog Called Vengeance, The Creature, Don't Change Hands, The Mad Bomber, Castle of Blood. All titles that mummies and jackals just didn't appeal to me. Maybe like in a sale later on down the line they will, but like I wasn't interested in any of these titles. I just wanted opera, so that's what I got. But they also announced. Well, let's get into these real quick, guys. These are first time on sale, but let me go through these titles real quick because I don't know how much longer this is going to be on here. So hit the link down below if you want to get any of these titles from the Severn website. They could go away in 12 minutes or 11 minutes at this point. I don't know what's going to happen because the box set sale starts. So I don't know if it's like a Vinegar Syndrome daily deal type thing where one new sale starts, the other one goes away. I'm still fairly new to Severn. I've only been buying stuff from them for like a year or so now. Well, that's not true. I bought Overboard back in the day, but that was really the only release. But they got a lot of Blu-rays right here for $750. Like you got A Day of Judgment, which I heard some good things about, so I went and grabbed that. Asylum, I heard some good things about, so I grabbed that. This release right here, All the Colors of Giallo, is like a documentary on the different colors used in Giallo films. That's $875. And these are like marked down, guys. Like these are some great deals. 75%. Birdemic, $750. Blackenstein, $750. Blood for Dracula, $749. Like I've scrolled the Vinegar Syndrome website before, and I've never seen these prices this low. Never. You got Burial Ground on here. Like if you're not interested in the 4K, like you could just get the Blu-ray for $7.50. Like these are some really good deals. Castle of the Creeping Flesh. I think I got that one. I think I got that Christopher Lee title too, Castle of the Living Dead. Day of the Animals I got because I heard good things about that. Or I heard it was fun at least. Maybe the movie shit. I don't know. Double Target, Dracula versus Frankenstein. Got a lot of porn on here for like $7.50, so you can stock up on your porn if you're interested in that. Invaders of the Lost Gold. Oh, there's boobs on some of these covers. I got to watch out. There's a documentary on I should have got this. I didn't get it. The making of the Island of Dr. Moreau. Is that how you pronounce it? One of them's a 3-disc set. That's $8.75. Midnight I grabbed. They had a slipcover for like $1.25, but I missed out on it. So I just got the regular edition, but that was like $7.50. My Grandpa is a Vampire. I think I grabbed that one for $7.50. I got like 6 or 7 titles. And I think my order was only like 42 or something. So I think I got like 6 titles. But there's some good stuff. Overboard is in this sale with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn for $4.99, and you get the slipcover with it. So I mean, you can't beat that. Like I paid, I think $18 for it when it came out. Robo War, Santa Sangre's on here for $9.99. So there's some good stuff on here though. You know, the Blood Drinkers. I don't know why I clicked on the Blood Drinkers. You guys are interested in the Blood Drinkers. The Devil's Honey Blu-ray's on here for $6.25. Like if you don't care about the 4K, you can just get the Blu-ray for cheap. So definitely a good sale. So I wanted to highlight this just in case it's going away. Let me back up out of here. I was trying to find the last horror film slipcover real quick. Their website is horrible. I will say that. It's not like Vinegar Syndrome. So this is the one I got. I got this last horror film slipcover. Well, I got the movie, but this is the slipcover that it came with. It's a pretty cool cover. You got Joe Spinell on the cover. And I heard some good things about the movie, so I'm excited to get it and definitely check that. Cheap back in stock too. And that was last year when they first put it out. But I don't need a plushie in the collection. That is one thing that I don't need. I buy way too many movies to collect plushies for sure. All right. So let me take this off the screen. Get back into the chat. But yeah, guys, the box sets, I'll refresh it when it happens towards the end of the show, and we'll look at the box sets. Let's see. I have not seen In a Violent Nature. Honestly, the movie sounded kind of boring to me. Like when the premise was, I admire the originality, but it's like from the killer perspective, like why do I want to watch a movie from the killer's perspective that just walking around in the woods like that? There's like no suspense there. But I'll watch it at some point. I'm hoping Umbrella releases a nice box set of that. I think that they will. Let's see. What's up, Jake? Steelbook Obsessed says I picked up 5 titles in the Kathy's Curse slip from Severn yesterday. All these sales this month have been insane. They have. They absolutely have. Brain scan stays in the player. Stays in the player, Christian. It absolutely does. Ever since I watched it, I just listened to the music. You guys can't hear it. I did. I watched that movie. I got it right here. So I'm doing the Blu-ray backlog challenge, and I picked out my 10 Blu-rays. I'm only 3 in to those 10, by the way, but I did watch Brain Scan, I think last week by now. But I really enjoyed the movie, but like the music I freaking love. Like I've been listening to the score over the past week. It's a great score, but Yeah, I had it in the player for when I did my short on it, and before I started the stream, I wanted to have something on the TV, so I just started the player, and that's what was in it. So, there you go. And I don't know why my freaking head keeps itching. This is bullshit. Freaking head itch. My goodness. Mozart's Ghost. Criterions look good on the shelf too. They do. They do. It's just what you prefer. Like, are you somebody that just likes that uniform look? You know, because Kino and Criterion will have you covered there. But like Vinegar Syndrome's messy because it's just all different sizes. Arrow Video's messy. Second Sight's messy. But well, no, Criterion's got digibooks and stuff that doesn't look uniform as well. So yeah. Yeah, they do. You know what the real answer is? They all look good. I just love looking at all of it. When I come in here, I even like looking at my basic Blu-rays over there. I got 2 shelves filled with Blu-rays. Still got my steelbooks on the floor. I'm gonna try to get that shelf together soon. But I just like coming in here and looking at all of it. It all looks great. I love it. I love this stuff. Let's see. Night of the Creeps coming on 4K. Yeah, there was a rumor about that. I talked about that like a month or so ago on the Physical Media Report, but I'm sure that'll be like an October title, if not October, November. But I'm sure it'll be October. Doesn't that movie take place during Halloween? But it's like they got to announce Trick or Treat, like the 2007 one at some point. Like that's got to be coming soon. But I don't know. Scream Factory is just going downhill fast. They just are. Let's see. Bubbles is thinking about getting. It's thinking about getting. Let's see. What's up, Daily Spooky? How you doing? Oh, I did, Scaps. Look, I'm a Vinegar Syndrome veteran at this point, so I assume that Severn would also have that same deal. So I did look for that. But yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm hoping that movie does good in the theaters too. Yeah, those are what, both Sam Raimi movies? I didn't see Night of the Demon in the sale. If I did, I probably would have got it. I have Grizzly already. I have Grizzly. Um, I hear you. I hear you. I did not grab opera glasses. I did not do that. Uh, yep, you are on the wrong stream, Robzilla. It would have been nice, Alex, but that ain't coming. It ain't coming. But you know what? And that was a great interview that Christian did, by the way. Um, I really think Arrow's got it. I really do. I don't know. I have this weird feeling. I'm probably wrong. Sometimes I just like to take guesses, take chances. Sometimes I'm right though. Sometimes I'm right. I guessed that the Columbia Classics would do a volume 5 this year. So I was right about that. And I predicted other things that came true. I don't know why. I feel like Warner Brothers was like, we need to do the first one on 4K and we can license out a box set for the rest of them. And I feel like Arrow's going to put out a box set of Nightmare on Elm Street, and the first one is going to be on Blu-ray, like the Chucky box set. I just feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like the first one will be on Blu-ray in the Nightmare on Elm Street box set, and the rest of them will be 4K because they're not going to get the rights to do the 4K. Arrow Video is not going to get the rights to do the 4K because they want the 4K to be exclusive to Warner Brothers. I could be wrong. That's just the feeling that I have. Just the feeling that I have. Or maybe Arrow's just going to do the Nightmare remake because they did the Friday the 13th remake and that's it. But something Nightmare is coming from Arrow, okay? It's happening. Oh, I love Can't Buy Me Love. I love Can't Buy Me Love. That does not have a. I want Loverboy and Can't Buy Me Love. All the Patrick Dempsey 80s movies. Yeah, and I just watched Hardcore. That's such a fucking good movie. That's still my favorite first time watch of the year. Hardcore that's a 5 out of a 5. That's a masterpiece. I freaking love that movie. Oh my god, it was so good. So if Maxine can match that energy, like if her dad comes and looks for her, um, and he sees her in a movie and says, "Oh my god, that's my daughter," I'm sold. I'm sold. Um, yeah, I know it was confirmed. I know. All right, I do. Leviathan. I reviewed that on the channel, CJ. Go back in my 4K. I reviewed that back in March. What's up, John? I have gone through a work-related life change. Me too. Me too. Uh, I know you know what those are like. It's why I don't make live stream often anymore. I miss them. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm glad you could join, John. Um, Friday night seems to be a cool night to stream. I mean, there's 200 people in here. I mean, that's a good night. So maybe Fridays will be the new streaming night for me. I don't know, or maybe it'll just be whenever I can do it. Will probably be more like it. Um, it gets stressful like when I create a set night, because it's like I know I have to be there. Um, but yeah, it's work related life change. Yeah, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment. But I'm trying to navigate it. I think I'm doing all right. All right, guys. I'm scrolling. Yeah, Target did have a sale, Cowabunga. Target did have a sale. I do have Species 1 on 4K. I do. I was not impressed with Species on 4K. I thought it was a pretty weak 4K. And I've got the 88 films box set of all the Species films. Let me go grab them. I'll show you. Oh, come out. So how many species does one need? Species, how do you say that plural? Um how many different editions of Species does one need in the collection? And I say just one. Just this. This is a 4-film box set of all the Species movies from 88 films. I got the first one. But we have Species. Uh, we have Species 2, all Blu-ray. I'm sure they look good. We've got Species 3, and we've got Species 4, The Awakening. Looks like something got awake for sure. What is that? Oh my god. These movies. So yeah, I think I'm good. I got the first one. The first one's the most iconic, right? I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll get the second one. Who knows? Are they going to do the third one and then the fourth one? Are they going to do a box set of their own? But I'm fine. I got Species is lower tier sci-fi horror franchise for sure. The Aliens films have a very steep drop off at 3, in my opinion. I can only imagine what the drop off is like for Species. I can only imagine. Why is it I can't find Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and 5 on 4K, but no 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, or 4 in terms of US releases? Yeah, I've got all the Pirates films on 4K. Somebody sent me that. It was like an Australian release or something. But we only have the first one. We only have the first one. They did not do 2, 3, and 4 in the States. Not yet. There was a rumor they were supposed to, but they didn't. It's Disney. Come on. But I heard the first one was one of the worst 4Ks of all time. That's what I heard. I've got it. but I haven't watched it because I don't really like Pirates all that much. It's okay. It's okay. What's up, Mel? We got Mel here from My Killer Podcast. Thank you for joining me, Mel. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Even though she joined, she's probably gone by now. It's 27 minutes ago. Mel's not staying in my chat for longer than 22 minutes. So I'm sure she's gone. Did anyone pick up Deep Cuts? I did not. I wanted it, but I got too much. I can't get everything, guys. I just can't. You know. Suspect Zero. I do have that one. Skeeter Killer Mosquito. Oh, what's up, Steve? How you doing, Steve? Oh, I'm so happy you made it, BN. BN made it. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh God. It's yeah, I live in Kentucky. This is like where all the humidity from the country emerges or converges. Yeah, it's rough. It feels like I'm walking into a giant's hot wet mouth when I go outside. It's like just hot breath breathing on me as soon as I walk outside. It's horrible. So yeah. What's up, Fight the Good Fights? Is the green filter and twister really that bad? So Fight the Good Fight, I did a review. Go check it out. But what I will say is no, it's not that bad. It's just the one scene. It's where he looks out and it goes fucking green. But what I will say is I had so many comments on that video that said I live in these Midwestern states. I live in Tornado Alley, and that is how green it gets. So I had testimonies from several people in the comment section that says, look, I've been in a tornado. I live out here, and it gets that green. So that is accurate. So I trust them. So, I mean, I think that they made it. Devont made it as accurate as he could. He couldn't get it that way back in the day. So he's like, you know what? I got an opportunity here to get it to look how I always wanted it to look. And that's what he did. But it is green. Now, some people said maybe my settings on my TV's off. I mean, I've got it on filmmaker mode on my OLED TV. I've had it on that. I haven't really messed with it too much, probably in the past year. I used to change settings around all the time and try to tweak things and stuff like that. But I got it to a setting that I like, and I just kind of keep it there. So I didn't really do anything different. I watch all my 4Ks the same way now. I don't really change anything when I watch them. But people were like, maybe you got to adjust it and do this and do that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really care that much. Like it's fine, but it's very green, and it's just jarring because I've seen Twister so many times, and I've seen it this one way so many times. I finally understand. Like so many people's like, that's not the way that looked 20 years ago when they're talking about movies. I'm like, how do you know? You know, you really remember? And then I watch Twister and I'm like, okay, well, maybe they've seen this movie like 50 or 60 times like I've seen Twister. And I get it because I remember how Twister looked and I could notice the changes, and it was really actually kind of cool. But yeah, it's just that one part that gets really green, and then the first tornado is pretty green. It's a lot greener. But other than that, the rest of the movie's fine. Or it's great, actually. I think it's a great 4K. I love the Twister 4K. The more I think about it, the more I love it. I actually wanted to rewatch it again. I was like, oh my God, this was just such a great experience with the sound and everything. It's like, I got to watch it again. And I rarely feel that way about my new 4Ks. I just blind buy, baby. That's the only way to do it. Trailer, what? Come on now. You don't need a trailer. A trailer is going to make you not want to get something. And that's not what I want. I want a reason to get something. So I just buy it. If it has cool cover art, I just buy it. Why not? You know? No. I haven't even heard anything about Black Rain. Lost in translation, though, I will say. So the head Kino Lorber guy, Frank Tarzi, is that his name? So he did a podcast recently. He started a podcast on the Kino Lorber YouTube channel. And the most recent interview, he was talking about Lost in Translation because they announced that over a year ago. And he said they were waiting on Sofia Coppola to approve the restoration. So that sometimes it's just as simple as that. Like they have to get the director approval and they have to wait on him to do it. So, I mean, but with Kino, it's like, you guys don't have to announce this stuff right away. Like you've got enough stuff now to where you don't have to just be announcing stuff 2 years in advance. Like wait, like pop it up. Like you don't see anybody else doing that. Like Vinegar Syndrome, everybody else just waits until they've got it in the bag and then they announce it. But Kino Lorber's like the only one that, every now and then you'll get one of the other labels that'll do like some pre-announcements and stuff just to let you know stuff's coming. But Kino Lorber's like, just, this is coming. And then people are like a year later, when's it coming? Which may build anticipation, but sometimes it works in a negative way because you have to cancel it like Bug, and people just get disappointed. No, I haven't dove into Mondo yet. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate it. I got on my my Old Spice spray, so I actually don't have that on now. I don't put on spray to come down here and stream. Oh, thank you, BN. You know what? The job's going well. It's going well. It's always tough adjusting to a new place, but it's a good place. I'm happy to be there. So things are going good so far. Man, I want Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2 for sure. That's the one I watched like when I was a kid. I watched that all the time. I think I rented that at least 5 times from the video store. I've still never seen the original Prom Night, but I've seen Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2 a bunch. And from what I've heard, like that's the best one. Oh, is that true? Somebody sent me a picture of Jaws 3 and Jaws 4, but now they're in Canada. So take that with a grain of salt because I don't think they get everything with a slipcover anyway, but they didn't have slipcovers on them. I didn't know that was a thing. That would be pretty weird. But to be honest, it would just give me a reason not to buy it, and I don't need them. I got the Steelbooks pre-ordered. That's all I need for those movies. Let's see. No, I would not. I would not. But you know what? The wife finds a way to spend money somehow. She doesn't have like an elaborate hobby, but she finds a way to spend money. She spends money. It's just on what I don't know. But the account's empty all the time. She says it's for good reason. I honestly think it's coffee. She's a coffee addict. She loves her 7 Brews and Starbucks and all that stuff. But she'll just randomly go to Target and it's like $150. What'd you get? No, I don't know. I went to Target and spent $150. I don't see what it is. I don't see any new items in the house, so I don't know what goes on at Target. But she's $150 lighter every single time she goes. It should for sure. I love that movie. That's such a good movie. Well, I wouldn't stop collecting, Falcon. You might just have to be more selective on what you buy brand new. I think that's a new mindset maybe we all need to adopt, myself included. We don't have to get everything brand new. We just don't. Because a lot of times what happens on Amazon? The stuff comes out, it's $30, $35 on Amazon. And then 2 weeks later, it drops like $5 or $6. Just wait till it drops. With Amazon recently, like they'll be holding stuff to full MSRP right to the end, right to release date, and then they'll drop it. But those dirty bastards dirty bastards. Sometimes they don't drop it till 2 days after. So after it's shipped to you, then they'll drop it. So they don't have to refund you. I know their game. Okay. I know their game. They did it to me with the Sony Columbia Classics. But, I promote Groove all the time, and I get nothing for promoting Groove. Like, I have no affiliate links through Groove, none of that stuff. I do through Amazon, but I want everybody to get the best deal. So if it's on Groove for cheaper, I try to tell you guys. And Groove will have a lot of that stuff cheaper when it gets announced, and sometimes it'll be on there before it's on Amazon. All the new Warner Brothers titles, Universal titles will be on Groove. So hop on there and get some of these 4Ks because they're cheaper. Like the Jaws 4K Steelbooks are cheaper on Groove than they are on Amazon. So get on Groove. And you can get free shipping. Like if you're going to get multiple 4Ks, you just got to stack them up. I think if you do more than $50, you get free shipping with Groove. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but maybe it's 75, but it's still worth it. It's still worth it, I think. And guys, we haven't even talked about Redbox yet, so I got to get on that here in a second. It has been. It has been. I'm still on 2023 for Severn because I just watched Cemetery Man, but I'm getting ready to crack into my Burial Ground and start getting through some of those. Yeah, I'm still kind of just feeling my way through Severin. Like I had a couple other titles, but not many. So when I get more familiar with their stuff, that's why I like to jump on the sales, guys, and that's why I purchase from some of these labels because I want to get more familiar with the labels so I can be able to speak on them more. Since I have a channel where I talk about physical media all the time, I want to be able to be a little bit more knowledgeable with certain labels. And Severin Vinegar Syndrome was that label to me for a while, but I've probably seen at least 40 or 50 Vinegar Syndrome titles by now, and I would like to get that way with Severin. 9 minutes from when you said that, but right now, yes. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Might as well, right? Home. So maybe they're waiting for tomorrow. I thought it would be midnight that they would bring them up, but maybe not. Hold on. All right, so here's the box set sale. I really kind of want this folk horror set. It's a 14 disc set, $125. I just can't do it. I just spent too much. I can't do it. I want it, but I just can't do it. But they got the Danza Macabre sets for $49 for the first one, and then $67 for the second one. You got the Cushing Curiosities for $67. House of Psychotic Women. You got a Nunsploitation box set, Andy Mulligan box set. You got the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee box sets. Those things were super expensive when they came out, and they're both $67, which is still pretty pricey, but they're big, beefy sets. The Black Emmanuel set is on here. Everybody was talking about that last year. To me, it's a big box of porn. Maybe I don't know enough about it, but it just seems like a big box of porn. And I'll get in trouble, bringing that kind of stuff into the house. So I will probably not get that box set. And then we got Wings of Disaster for $22, the Birdemic trilogy for $22. So yeah, the box sets are live, guys. You can get on there if you want that. The folk horror box set I really want. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. All right. Porn for $750, being chilly. What's up, Ian Lives? There is, man. Yeah, I got 6 titles. I got 6 titles. He's really excited about a dog called Vengeance. Hell yes. Well, it's good that there's some endorsement for a dog called Vengeance. Hopefully, I can get it for $7.50 in about a year. But I got a wish list of stuff for the MVD sale. I hope it's still going on. That's done, I think. But yeah, that was a sale I missed. Like there were good titles on there too for like $1.25, and I missed it. I wanted that Tom Savini documentary for $2. An ad for one of my videos. I have ads for my videos, like trailers for my videos. Thank you, Wave. How many movies is in that set? What's up, Robert? That's a guy I used to work with back in the day. I have not watched Secondhand Lions. Robert bought me Secondhand Lions, which was I think a $5 title at Walmart. A lot of people at work really wanted me to watch Secondhand Lions, and I still have not watched it. But when it gets a Vinegar Syndrome VSU box set, I will make it a priority for sure. No, I'll watch it at some point. Hope you're doing well, Robert. Can you write the VS does good packaging for a US based company, but it's a shame they can't put out good and more mainstream movies like Second Sight or Umbrella. And understand though, even VS has its fans. Yeah, that's that's the problem. It's I don't know exactly what I want to say. That's the problem with movie fans, physical media fans. It's like it's always a battle. It always feels like an internal struggle. Um, it's like we love some movies. It's like I want to collect movies I dislike, but also I like cool packaging and I like the unknown and I like exploring different genres and types of films. Um, but it's like I just spent $50 the last horror picture on a movie I've never seen. I've never seen the movie. But there may be two 4Ks that I don't have in the collection of movies that I love that I don't have yet. Why don't I have them? Because they're just basic 4Ks that I can get anytime. They don't feel like a priority. So, and what you just said with Vinegar Syndrome is why I kind of get not upset, but a little disappointed with them sometimes because I felt them start to get a little bit more into like the popular titles, the mainstream titles when they did Amityville and Roadhouse and TCM2 and to an extent Sidekicks and From Beyond and some really cool titles that I had heard of. And I wanted them to at least do one of those types of titles maybe every other month or something. Not every month, but every other month. And for pretty much all of 2023 after January, they really didn't do that. They just did their own thing like they always do. And I'm sitting here like, damn, it's like I want something I know. It's like you guys were going this way and now you're going that way. You're going back to your roots again, which that's why people love Vinegar Syndrome. But for me, they do such incredible packaging. And it's like I want that on like movies that I love. And the other labels that are putting out the movies that I love aren't giving these releases the kind of packaging that they deserve and I want and that we all want. So it does kind of it's conflicting, and it makes people upset when certain labels get certain movies and they put them out because they're like, well, damn, I wanted that label to get that movie. But sometimes all the stars do align and we get stuff like the Hellraiser box set from Arrow Video and the Psycho box set from Arrow Video and the Conans. Like there's, Arrow Video seems to be the best of both worlds. They really do. They're in the US, they're in the UK. They put out great movies. They put out great box sets. I love Arrow Video, even though they're not having the greatest year this year. I'll admit that, but they still got time to make it up. We got Scribble Tits in here. I did get Pat Garrett. I'm hoping to watch it this weekend. I haven't tried it yet, BM. I haven't tried it. It might be. If you could choose one label to do the 4K transfers for Nightmare on Elm Street box set and another for the packaging, whom will you choose? I go Arrow Video Transfer, Vinegar Syndrome Art. I mean, I go Arrow Video both. You know, they did such a great job on the Psycho set and the Hellraiser set and the Chucky set, in my opinion. I like the packaging for Chucky. I would have them do both. You know, Vinegar Syndrome would be fine too, but I don't. When Vinegar Syndrome does a box set, I didn't get the Lost Picture Show, so I don't know what kind of box set that is, but I don't like that kind of pull off top thing. I would rather have some kind of like side loading thing that Arrow Video does. Um, I do have In Bruges. I do have In Bruges. I do have In Bruges. I'm going to say that one more time. I do have In Bruges. What's up, Evelyn? How you doing? Super late to the live. What did I miss? Not much. Just been BSing. Went over the Severn sale. They got box sets. So not much though. I haven't talked about Redbox yet. Glad you could find me Dark Room Reviews. It's the Robert Rodriguez curse. But we are getting Desperado. That's a good sign. Maybe he had to finish some work on Desperado and that delayed the faculty. I don't know. I just want From Dusk Till Dawn, damn it. Like, can I get From Dusk Till Dawn? Jeez Louise. Yeah, I've got the C2 and yeah. That's not out yet. That's not out yet. No, well, yes, it is. It is. It came out this week. No, I didn't buy that. Is that a good movie? That's another one. It's a newer movie, and it's like I don't need that. You know, I just don't need it right now. I can wait till it goes on sale. I do need Bad Lieutenant as well. Yeah, I mean, it helps to have the director, you know, come out and make comments about why he made certain changes, and they actually make sense, you know, and they actually serve to benefit the viewing experience, in my opinion. It's not just for selfish or narcissistic reasons, like James Cameron, for example, which I got a lot of comments on the review as well. They're like, "Oh, it's okay when DeBont does it, but when Cameron does it, it's the end of the world." And I'm like, "Well, there are some differences. You could argue that Cameron's changes were not for the better, whereas DeBont's were." Um, but it's all subjective, right? It's all your preference. But I don't know. I don't think it's the same thing. Because I think that he was genuinely trying to improve the viewing experience and make it look like he wanted it to look. So I think it's good. Yeah, he doesn't like the revision, and I totally get that. I totally get that for sure. Um, it you want it to look like you remember it, but also isn't that what a restoration is? Aren't they revising stuff? Aren't they supposed to be improving upon the picture? Um, you know, and if that's a part of it, then that's a part of it. So as long as it serves the movie and there's an explanation and a reasoning behind it, I don't care as much. And that reasoning is not stupid or nonsensical. But again, that's all preference and subjective anyway. Um, what's up, AVA Pop Culture? How you doing, ma'am? All right. I don't have too many Severins. I got the bundle from March. I got Cemetery Man in the Church last year. I got the Changeling. I've had that for a couple of years. Grizzly. I've got a couple other titles. I got Overboard. I think that's it. There may be some other stuff in there that I can't remember. Falcon 0822. Yeah, Ken. I do go to GrooveTube. I try to see now if I can chance waiting too, but after release, as you stated, but FOMO or it not getting a slipcover gets me paranoid. It does me too. It does me too. It does me too. It's a big box of porn wave. You can call it what you want, but it's a big box of porn. That's what it is. That's what it is. No, I get it. It's I don't know what the Emmanuel movies are. It's a girl's sexual journey or something like that. Um, I just know it would get me in trouble if I brought it in the house. That's all I know. So I'm not gonna do that. Erotica, yeah, erotica, Skinamax, you know. Yeah, that 4K is cheap right now. It's $14. Sleaze, yeah. I mean, I did get the Devil's Honey, which probably falls into that same category. So we'll see. And I also got Showgirls. Is that erotica? Is that sleaze? That's just a good time. Showgirls is a great movie. There's a lot of good criterions, Christopher. Rather than me rattling them all off, I bet you guys thought I froze there for a second, but no, I was just thinking. I did a video a couple weeks ago recommending a bunch of criterions. Go back on the channel and go check out that video because you'll get a lot of good recommendations in that video. Everybody loves Secondhand Lions. I've never heard a bad thing about it. Never. Why didn't Criterion do Secondhand Lions? They need to. TCM2's got to be up there because it had a ton of new features and it had all the Scream Factory features. So that has to be up there. I think it had like documentaries and all kinds of stuff. Conan, the Barbarian from Arrow, had a ton of features. Crybaby had an insane amount of features. But so yeah, I would definitely throw those up as some of the most features. Mention TCM2 for the end of the year to maintain their subscribers. Well, that's the thing with them. They'll put out something big just to get people back into Vinegar Syndrome and then to subscribe, and then they'll just a stream of movies that nobody's heard of for 6 months. Which is fine. That's their fan base. Like I get that. And I like some of that stuff. I think they've been doing some really good work this year. Like I've been loving the cinematography line, cinematography, whatever you want to call it. Little Darlings, like they came out of the gate swinging this year. I think the first 3 months were great months for Vinegar Syndrome. April was fine. You know, I still haven't watched Witch Story yet. I need to. But they haven't really announced a ton to like really pique my interest. Like I got Navy SEALs, but I still haven't watched it. But the cinematography, like Little Darlings and Red Rock West, like they were putting out that Going South movie was really good. I like the Western they did with Dean Martin, 5-Card Stud. Phase 4 was cool. Dr. Hickok was really good. Hitchcock was really good. So they've done some good stuff. They've done some good stuff that I've been excited to watch and check out. I did get a few things. I got a few things. I think I got 8 releases in total. I think I got 8 releases. All right, guys. I think I'm about to the end. What's up, Fauci? How you doing? Let's talk about this Redbox thing, okay? I'm going to end this stream on just getting pissed and ranting. Do I have any more coffee? Let me take a drink. Because I'm so sick of this freaking conversation seesaw that the mainstream media is with physical media. Like one week it's physical media is having a resurgence. It's coming back in a big way. It's going to the collector market. And then the next week it's physical media is dying. It's dead. It's never coming back. It's on life support because of this, and this. Best Buy is going away. Physical media is going away. We're done. We're finished. The collectors just need to pack it up and accept that Netflix is the only way going forward. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And IndieWire is literally the worst human beings on the planet um, for this BS. But let's get into it. Redbox, look, Redbox, from what I heard, so they're the people that own Redbox, it's chicken soup for the soul. And the only thing I know about chicken soup for the soul is there were books that I remember people having in school, and I would see them like on kitchen tables, like in houses that I would go to, like my friends' houses, like their mom would read them or something. I don't think my mom ever had any, but they were books generally, I think, read by women. I saw a lot of girls in school had them. But that was like all the way back in middle school. That's the only thing I know about Chicken Soup for the Soul. But apparently, Chicken Soup for the Soul bought Redbox like 10 years ago or something. So they've been running it, and they own Crackle as well. Carlos mentioned they own Crackle. Yes, they do own Crackle. But they bought Redbox. They thought that would be a good investment. Apparently, the company Chicken Soup for the Soul is going bankrupt. And they're having to maybe sell off some of their assets, but I think Redbox is just going to fold in altogether. So I don't think it's Redbox. I mean, it is Redbox going bankrupt, but it's not. Redbox isn't a solo business. It's owned by somebody else that is going bankrupt. So right here, they updated this. Redbox parent company Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment's bankruptcy is being upgraded from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7, leaving 1,000 employees who have allegedly yet to be paid to lose their jobs. A Delaware bankruptcy court judge said Wednesday via THR the company will sell off its businesses, including 24,000 Redbox DVD rental kiosks and the company's streaming service Crackle. So they are going to be selling 24,000 Redbox DVD rental kiosks and the company's streaming service. So they're going to, I don't know what's going to happen to them. Like once they sell them, like where are they going to go? Like, are they just going to go to a Redbox like landfill somewhere? Just sit there. Like if they're not being used now, then they're probably not going to be used later. I do know people that still use the Redbox. They talk about going to the Redbox, renting movies. I know people like that in my area. So I know they're still being used somewhat. But personally, I haven't gotten a movie out of Redbox since probably before the pandemic. But I used to frequent the Redbox. I would go there, and the movies that I didn't want to buy physical versions of that I wanted to watch first, because I used to be smart with my money and my purchases back in the day. I would rent from the Redbox, because I didn't have to buy everything, and I always wanted to try to watch as many new movies as I could. So I did use the Redbox. But in the past year, I've noticed, because I've got one right outside of my grocery store. I walk in there every single week. The movies at the Redbox haven't been updated. It's been Barbie on that thing since last September, October. It hasn't changed in like 9 months. So they haven't changed those movies in 9 months. I knew something was up with Redbox over the past few months that they've been operating. So getting into this article, first off, let me read this title. It's a horrible title. Why the Redbox bankruptcy is very bad news for DVD and Blu-ray collectors. Why? Like, I just, why does that? I don't understand like why one has to do with the other. And I even saw on their post on Instagram, they were talking about how this was going to lead to studios not making physical media. To me, the Redbox rental service and people who buy physical media in stores or online now, they have nothing to do with each other. They have nothing to do with each other. In my opinion, like the rental service has been pretty much dead, for the past 5 years. Like, yeah, people have been using Redbox, but it hasn't like been super popular since Netflix really started to grow. And I mean, since Blockbuster's been around, it hasn't really been a huge thing. I don't see Redbox dying affecting physical media collectors in the way we collect it all. Like they're just two different things. The people that go to Redbox and went to Redbox for the longest time, they transitioned to just watching movies off Netflix, off Peacock, off Paramount Plus, HBO Max, all the different streaming services that now put movies on there, brand new movies for free within 2 months. Of course you're going to watch them on there. Why would you go to the Redbox? Why would you even think to go to the Redbox? You know those movies are going to be on streaming. So the people that did go to the Redbox, and the reason that it's shutting down, the people aren't using it anymore, are the people that are streaming movies now. Like that has nothing to do with physical collectors, because we know that those have been two different things for the longest time. People that are collectors that collect movies are over here. People that just stream are over here. And for sure there's crossover, but they have nothing to do with each other. So why would Redbox bankruptcy have anything to do with the Blu-ray collecting community and how we collect? It has nothing to do with it at all. They just put that on here because it's clickbait. It's trendy, and it's like next week they'll have an article about the physical media resurgence and how it's shifting to collector market. Like that's how back and forth all these news outlets are, and it just gets under my skin so much. Because it's like it's written by idiots that have no understanding of collecting and what's going on in this community at all. So it comes from a complete place of ignorance. So let me read a little bit of this article, this shit show of an article here. I'm going to read the original news story. Redbox and its parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Delaware court June 29th and claimed nearly $1 billion in debt. It's reorganized, not dissolution. So the red refrigerator-sized kiosks, often found outside drugstores and in grocery festivals, are not yet going the way of VHS. However, it's already bad news for physical media. The obituary for physical movie rental has long been a work in progress, dating back to Blockbuster Video filing for bankruptcy protection in 2010. Netflix, then primarily a DVD by mail service, destroyed the brick and mortar business. Within a few years, it was clear that streaming was Netflix's future, although it didn't mail its last DVD until September 2023. Yeah, let's remember that it was not Netflix that killed Blockbuster. It was not Netflix that killed Blockbuster. Well, yes, it was, but it wasn't streaming that killed Blockbuster. It was Redbox. In my mind, it was Redbox. Because I didn't know a lot of people that got movies from Netflix. Like when I heard people talk about renting movies, they were always talking about getting them from the Redbox. So in my mind, when Blockbuster started to go under, it was because of the Redbox. It wasn't so much because of Netflix, but I guess it was a combination of both. The Netflix rental service and also the Redbox. I was very against Redbox. I was like, I don't like the idea. That just feels like such a disposable experience. Even all the way back to like 2005, 2006, I wanted to maintain that video store experience. So when the Redbox first jumped on the scene and everybody was going to it, I didn't pick up on Redbox. I don't think I rented my first release from Redbox until maybe 2014 or 2015. It was a while before I started renting stuff from them because I was so just against it. I was like, yeah, it's $1, but I want to go to Blockbuster. I want to walk down the aisles. I want to hunt for my movies. I want to have that experience. That's part of the fun. My wife and I used to go to Hollywood Video, Blockbuster. Like that was a fun night for us to stroll down the aisles for like a half hour to pick out our movies and then take them back. And we'd get like 2 or 3 or 4 sometimes. and we take them back and we watch them. Yeah, a lot of times all on the same night because we didn't have kids back in those days. Um, so I liked that experience and I didn't want that taken away from me. And of course it was. And then a few years later, I was like, well, I can rent movies for $1, so why not go to the Redbox? I started to go. But I was very resistant to Redbox for a very long time. Very long time. Let's see. This year we saw Best Buy stop carrying DVDs. Oh my God. Oh my God. Got to bring up Best Buy again. While Disney pulled the plug on its own physical home entertainment business, outsourcing production to Sony, Walmart, Target, and Barnes & Noble still carry the torch for physical media, but DVDs increasingly populate their bargain bins with Prime Video. Amazon has a homegrown incentive to move towards digital delivery. Next gen video game consoles won't even have disc slots, which means a lot fewer homes will have DVD players. If retailers can't be bothered, why should studios continue making DVDs rather than see it as a death knell? Some wonder if this shift in the market opens the door for physical media enthusiasts. I'm really hoping they see it as an opportunity. If Disney can outsource to Sony, why couldn't the studios outsource to places like, well, now they're talking some sense here. Criterion or Kino Lorber said Leah Aldridge, professor of film and media studies in Chapman's Dodge College, told IndieWire, I'm banking on the entrepreneur to come through and say, let us do it. We'll take it on. We'll do it cheaper than Sony. It would be nice. It would be nice. Joe Rubin, co-founder and director of acquisitions at cult DVD distributor Vinegar Syndrome, said the upheaval has some advantages. Studios now seem more willing to license their titles for collector's editions, all except for Disney. In the past, the answer would be a flat no or an impractical yes, the kind that comes with astronomical expectations. The reduction in interest in physical media at studios has been something of a blessing because it's made those titles available, Rubin said. That doesn't mean we're in it for the boon of opportunity for indie DVD distributors. There's a growing gap between the casual movie fans who want to own their copy of Barbie and collectors who want the 4K edition of 1986 Chuck Norris thriller Invasion USA. Anyway, on and on and on and on. So you guys want to frame it as a negative, and then you're trying to build it back up as a positive throughout the article. Let's see. Vinegar Syndrome handles home video and DVD sales for smaller distributors, has about 30% partner. Can you imagine, though, if Vinegar Syndrome got their hands on some Disney stuff? That'd be pretty cool. I could see him doing Bride of Boogity for sure. I don't know that we or any of the other companies of our size are really set up for it. He says the logistics of working with a major studio is always going to be more difficult than working with an independent filmmaker or a smaller distribution company just because of how their own businesses are structured. More departments to go through, more clearances, more strictness. It's been a long time since DVDs were a key revenue stream for studios, but DVD production is very cheap. If a movie can justify the cost, studios will still make the effort. Aldridge said some international markets haven't fully matured with streaming and still need discs, as do some pockets of the US. Yes, I think I live in one of those pockets because, like I said, I still have people that don't have Netflix. I've got people that don't have internet in their house still that I talk to. So they use the Redbox, they use the library for a lot of physical media. So this is definitely a hit to them as far as the Redbox go. Redbox could have been a solution, but it has still required you to leave your home in an age where everything is available at your fingertips. According to Rubin, Redbox courted Vinegar Syndrome to supply the kiosk with more niche offerings, but Redbox required. I never saw Vinegar Syndrome's title on the Redbox. Maybe I wasn't going to the right Redboxes. But Redbox required scale, thousands of discs, sans, packaging to pack the kiosk. The partnership never came to pass. And the partnership never came to pass. And the movie selection of the most Redbox locations remained limited to more recent, forgettable studio movies you probably wouldn't watch if they were available on a streamer for free. Okay. So I don't really know what to make of this article anymore. Like, they talk about how Redbox going away is going to kill physical media. it is very bad news for DVD and Blu-ray collectors. And then they start talking about how this is a good opportunity for boutique labels to step up. And then they talk about Vinegar Syndrome partnering with Redbox, and that never happened. And then they just kind of end the article out of nowhere. So I guess that's journalism in 2024. I don't know, guys. I don't write articles, so I'm not sure what to make of it. What do you guys think? Let me make this smaller. Let me just take this off here. Let me take this bull crap off here. What do you all think about Redbox going away? Does it affect your collecting? Are you like, oh no, Redbox is gone, so I'm going to stop collecting? You know, look, I 100% understand that physical media is reducing. I get that. I'm not naive in that way. I understand that. But to get on here and say that this means the death of physical media because Redbox is going away, like it just tells us what we already know. Like this stuff is going away in a mainstream sense. People are not going to Redbox anymore to rent DVDs because they're watching Netflix. They're waiting for the movies on Peacock and HBO Max and all the other streaming services. This has nothing to do with the way that we collect and collectors collect and people that buy these movies collect. I do think this is a good opportunity for the boutique labels, to step up. I don't think that studios, I'm not convinced that studios are going to outright stop making and supporting physical media just because Redbox isn't around anymore. Like, I don't know. I just see those two things as two separate things. Like the Redbox audience is now the streaming audience. The people that collected Blu-rays and 4Ks 10 years ago, most of them are probably still collecting. If they were collecting 10 years ago, they're probably still collecting now. So I just don't think that this has any effect on physical media as a whole. We got Smirk in here. We got Smirk. All right, let me go back up. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Was that when I stopped to answer something for a second, or did I actually freeze? That's just me being very tired, and for a second, like I feel like I'm going to fall asleep, and then I have to quickly wake myself back up. Yeah, I should. I don't want to do that, though. I guess it's okay to rent the disc. I would never rent the packaging, though. I am like that, though. I have I used to let people borrow my movies and stuff at work, and I would always have this generic Blu-ray case that I would put the disc in, and I would never give them my case. They would never get the slipcover or anything like that. Only the generic case. 3 hours. Oh, nice. Good night, John. Yeah, that is because I remember coming out of Kroger sometimes, which is my grocery store. I don't know how many people have Krogers, and there would be a line, and I'd be like, "Shit, I gotta wait in line. I ain't got time for this," and I would go on because I didn't want my groceries to get hot or something. But I remember there'd be a line, and it'd be kind of hard to get into the Redbox, and that was maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. Nice. Didn't that movie The Empty Man, wasn't that only at the Redbox on physical media? Yeah, I get that, BM. Yeah. That's true. But they're already going up. They're already going up. Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video was awesome. That's the place I went to the most. I went to Blockbuster some, but Hollywood Video I went to the most. They used to have some pretty good like deals. Wasn't it like a 5 movies for $10 or something? I don't know. Some kind of deal. Yeah. That's where I would like to donate my collection if I ever gave stuff away, would be the library. Um, I went to Family Video. Yeah. We had something called a movie gallery. I remember I went to movie gallery for a while. We had a Family Video, but it was never in my area, so I never felt the need to go there. But it was Hollywood Video Movie Gallery. Um, I had a local video store in my hometown that I went to a lot when I was a kid. That was the only store I went to. It was a great place. The vintage gamer, you will own nothing and be happy. They don't want you to own movies because they want to censor the stuff they feel is not suitable for modern audiences. I mean, it feels that way. Whether it's that way or not, it feels that way. It feels that way. And I don't know how else you can explain it, what goes on with these studios and releasing their movies, streaming services, and all that. Chuck Norris, you mean the Missing in Action box set? Mission Impossible is Tom Cruise. What's up, Happy Optimist? Physical Media Tonight episode is dedicated to the memory of Shelley Duvall. Yep, we will dedicate it. I will say, though, one of my favorite Shelley Duvall movies, I posted it on Instagram. You know, I said, don't watch The Shining, don't watch Popeye, watch Suburban Commando. I love Shelley and Suburban Commando. You know, Christopher Lloyd, Hulk Hogan, she still outshines them both. It would be. It would be. I unlocked some memories for that one, I'm sure. Yeah, they do. Mm. What's up, Smirk? No. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning. It's about time to go, guys. Yeah, I agree. I can't believe that's still in stock. Yeah, I think that's another part of it. I think that's another reason why we feel like we got to buy it all, you know, because we feel like the hobby's coming to an end. I don't know. I'm constantly trying to think in my head, like, what's the end game here? Like, I went into this year feeling like this is going to be one of the biggest years for physical media, and it hasn't really felt that way. It's honestly felt reduced in a way. Maybe not in total amount of titles, but the excitement feels less than it was the previous 5 years, 10 years, for this year in particular. I don't know exactly what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Like, I'm looking at the titles coming out. Like, there's still good stuff coming out. There's still exciting stuff coming out. Um, Still things to get excited about. Still movies that haven't been released yet on 4K to get excited for potential releases. Um, but I don't know. It's just something has been missing from this year. I don't know if it's because the boutique labels just really haven't been delivering like they usually do. Um, Studios haven't all the way been delivering like they usually do. It just feels less than previous years. Um, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I've been feeling that way. And I'm like, well, is next year going to feel less than? Is the year after that going to feel less than? And how many years can we sustain that downward spiral um, until some kind of drastic change occurs? Um, Now, I still feel like we're 10 years away from like a huge change to where we're not getting a lot of stuff. You know, maybe we're not getting 50 releases a week. Maybe we're getting 10 releases every 2 weeks or something like that. And it's coming from only the most like niche boutique labels that are still putting stuff out. I think that's probably a realistic end game. Um, we'll start getting like maybe 30 titles a month. And I'm talking like 10, 15 years from now. I don't know. It's just something I find myself constantly thinking about. Nice. I'm still on, Frank. I'm still here. Yeah, it is 1 in the morning where I'm at. It is 1 in the morning. I've never rented movies from Redbox, only from my local Chinese video store. I have both Hollywood and mainstream Chinese during the VHS days and bought movies that are worth owning. Nice. What's up? Yeah, I agree. That's very nice of you, Michelle. What's the odd lots? Oh, did they? I don't remember. I don't remember 99-cent rentals from Movie Gallery. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I'm going soon. If I don't get off here in 5 minutes, I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm just gonna pass out on my computer and then I'm gonna be live at like 3 a.m. when I finally wake up. Where am I? And I can tell things are getting late because the chat has dwindled. 143 people still in here though. I gotta respect that. I gotta appreciate that. Um, if Sony starts dropping a ton of tons of stuff that was under the Disney umbrella, excitement will go through the roof. Yeah, I mean, I think about that too. It's like Disney's like holding everything that could just revitalize the community, you know, get everybody excited again. Um, they've got it all, you know, they really do. So it kind of sucks. Our future is dependent upon Disney, and that's very scary. Very scary. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is very true. That's very true. This could all be a moot point, you know, the inevitable World War III. Doesn't matter, right? Well, nice to have you here, Flash Gams. First time chatter and collector since March of this year. Nice, nice, nice. Um, I'll tell you the truth. I watched it 6 years ago, right? Maybe 7 years ago. I had just dipped my toes into Italian horror at that point. I watched Suspiria, I watched Tenebrae, I watched Phenomena, and then I watched Opera. I loved the first two. Well, Suspiria I was unsure about at first. I love it now. Tenebrae I love from the beginning. Got straight into it. Phenomenon was just a little too out there for me, and I didn't like it. I like it now because I rewatched it on 4K. Um, Opera, I remember being kind of bored with. It was good, had some good parts, but I remember being a little bored with. But I wasn't completely into Italian horror at that point. I feel like I've heard enough people hype it up and talk good things about it that on the rewatch on 4K, I'll probably like it a lot more. But based on that, I can't in good conscience recommend a $60 release to you when I remember being bored by it. I'm excited to revisit it, but I don't know if I can recommend it. Once I get it and watch it again and review it in 4K, then I'll be able to give you a more adequate picture of what the release is and if it's worth it or not. People hate. I haven't seen anybody really hate on it. Are people hating on it? People hate on everything. What's up, Culture Trini? Um, no, you got to get a YouTube membership. Culture, man, things have changed. Um I put ads every 2 minutes now. That's how I do things. No, I literally, okay, I monetize the streams, okay, because if I don't monetize the streams, then YouTube will kill it. But the way they got it set up now is I don't choose. I have to have ads pop in throughout the stream. I choose the most conservative option, which means the fewest amount of ads as possible. It's supposed to be every 30 minutes. I could do a more balanced option that is probably like every 15 to 20. And then there's an aggressive option, which is maybe like every 5 minutes. I choose the lowest one I possibly can. All right. Because I hate the idea. I don't mind y'all having to watch ads like during my videos, but I hate the idea of videos playing when I'm live because it takes you out of the live. And that just doesn't make sense. Because is it like bringing you back in? Did you miss something? Not that what I'm saying is like super important, but I feel like if you're interrupting a live, like it's hard to get right back into that moment because it's live. So I don't know. I don't like it, but I have to monetize the stream. I've always monetized the stream. It's that they changed it to where ads have to play during the stream, and I don't know how to not get it that way. That's the honest truth. Okay. That's the honest truth. I cannot choose to not have ads play during the stream unless I just totally don't monetize it. And I just won't do that. I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah, me too. Now I have heard people say it's not as great as everybody's saying. But it's like just don't. I'm trying not to have expectations. I'm just want to go into it and watch it. Is it great? Is it good? Is it not good? I'll find out when I watch it. I don't really care what everybody else is saying because we don't all have the same taste. We just don't. Some movies hit us differently. Yeah, I was the opposite. For some reason, like that was my second Italian horror film was Tenebrae, and I just loved it. I love the vibe. I love the music. I like the story a lot. Suspiria was that was my first Italian horror film, and it was just really hard for me to get into. But I loved the music. I knew I loved the music to that. I knew I loved Goblin. But that one took me like 2 or 3 watches to really get into. Tenebrae, I just loved instantly. So yeah. They have changed. They have changed. Greedy bastards. That's what they are. Yeah, I don't I'll be honest, I do not watch unless it's just a movie that for one I've seen. I have to see it before I watch a review. And I'm just really fascinated about the conversation about the movie and what people's thoughts are on it. I don't watch reviews. I just don't. I used to all the time, but I just don't do it anymore. So I agree. But I would never watch a review to decide on whether or not I'm going to see the movie. I know whether or not I'm going to see the movie based on who's in it, what it looks like, the promotional materials, not necessarily the trailer because I hate watching those now too, but just what it looks like, who's in it, who's directing it. Do I like their work? Do I not like their work? What's the aesthetic of the film look like? I base whether or not I want to see something on that. Now, I am still here. It's Friday, man. I'm cutting loose. Last day of work. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Sunday. Then I'm back to the grind. I got to treat every live like it's my last live ever. I don't know if I'm going to be live again. I'm live right now. So we're going to live in the moment. Okay. I may go until 3 a.m. my time. It's 1 a.m. now. I just may do that. See how many people actually come in here. Got 152 people in the chat. Hit the like button if you haven't. Damn it, Jordo. You haven't hit that like button yet. This is where things get crazy, guys. In the 1 o'clock hour. I get nuts. I get sleep deprived. I get psychotic. Okay. I get delusional. And I get crazy. Okay. I say things that are just wild. All right. And you know what? Somebody made me a super chat clip tonight. and I haven't got a super chat, so I haven't been able to play it. So I'm gonna need somebody to give me $2 so I can play this new super chat clip, or maybe I'll just play it anyway. It's only 10:10 on the West Coast. It is only 10:10 on the West Coast. That is how time zones work. Fight the good fight. It is 1:10 over here. Central time, it's 12:10. Mountain time, it's 11:10, and over on the West Coast, it is 10:10. That is how time zones work. That is how time zones work. Same here, Ken. I had a friend tell me Anchorman was a horror movie when I watched it. I never listened to that friend any more movie recommendations ever again. Sometimes comedy is very subjective. Comedy is extremely subjective, even more so than horror, I think. I love Anchorman. But I didn't always love it. Like, I first saw that in the theaters, and I was like, I don't know about this. This is like next level stupid. Like, this is really stupid. And that was like the first, I think that was the big comedy after Will Ferrell did Old School. And Old School is stupid, but it's still pretty grounded. Whereas Anchorman is just complete like satire. So I was like, all right, they said some funny things in it, but I'm like, I don't know about that movie. But then I bought it on DVD, and I just kept watching it, started quoting it with the friends, and it just became one of my favorite comedies. I'd say all through the 2000s. I loved Anchorman. And rewatching it the other day was a treat. Oh my goodness. Beowulf with the super chat. Thank you so much. $5 super chat. Happy Friday, Ken. Now we can play the new super chat clip. Hope you all enjoy it. Brand new. Debuting it tonight.
It's coming! It's headed right for us!
It's already here. Everybody on the ground now. That's right. We got Dusty, Philip Seymour Hoffman himself. May he rest in peace. Coming right for us. I love that scene. That is such a great scene. Freaking Twister, guys. Who doesn't like Twister? If you don't like Twister, then you're not American. You know, you're not, if you don't like Twister and you live in the UK, you're not English. Okay. It applies to every country. If you don't like Twister in Taiwan, you're not Taiwanese. If you don't like Twister in Japan, you're not Japanese. If you don't like Twister in Brazil, you're not Brazilian. Okay. That's how it works. Oh my goodness. Generational reviews of this $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my good friend. For the $2, I'm going to give you a little J Love.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
A little J Love cleave action. That's right. The cleave. The J cleave. Yo, mid. Optimus got slimed. Hell yeah, man. We're here. We're here, man. It's 1 p.m. in the Philippines. Damn. You over in the Philippines? Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. Where am I at? Where'd everybody go? I feel like I'm seeing a lot of comments. Oh, here it is. It is. But I just feel like, I don't know, there was more consistency last year. Like, I feel like it stayed interesting like all year. You know? I don't know. I think it's stupid. So that's not being sold in Canada? That's what you're saying? Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks. I don't know the entire reasoning behind it. All right, I've seen some of this stuff. Italian horror took a long time to grow on me. The voice dubbing is distracting. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Oh, DJ Depression says Long Legs is like a 3.5 out of 5. Damn, tough critic. Cultured bootlegging. If you bootleg culture, then you don't support movies. Okay? You're bad. All right? Even though they don't want to give those movies the time of day, put them out on physical media, you know. I got a whole video on bootlegging. I did it last year. It was a big thing. People got upset. A lot of people cried together, including me. Where the hell is Barbarian on Blu-ray? Like, what is going on? What the? It's freaking Disney too. They think we're just gonna forget. I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna go quietly into the night. Okay, I will not vanish without a fight. I'm going to live on. I'm going to survive. Today we celebrate our Barbarian on Blu-ray Day. Even though yes, there's a bootleg. I think there's a 4K bootleg of Barbarian. Opera I love from the start. Suspiria actually took me a while to warm up to. I'm excited to rewatch Opera. You know, it might have just been one of those like really late night watches. I was half asleep. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. He does have a lot left. He does have a lot left. I'm glad you watched the Twister 4K. I used to also, but started in 2020, got into collecting, no looking back. Yeah. I hear you, Midlife Media. Midlife Media, you be posting some hella stacks. Some hella stacks. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. Hell no. I'm just talking to you good people. That's all I got to do. All right, now I'm getting some stuff I've already been to. You know what? I've actually got I think it's a 24-ounce Miller Lite upstairs I could go get. But I really would be done after that. I really would be done after that. You don't want me drinking on a stream. If you want to see me drinking on stream, then go back to my 10,000 subscriber celebration stream. I think 2 years ago now. I drank like 3 beers. I was slurring all over the place, even more than I already do. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. No, because 200 people would probably watch that. And it just wouldn't be worth it to review that on the channel. Speaking of reviews, I did review The Sadness on 4K. That review is up on the channel. You can go check it out. I dropped it today. All right. That is a false tale. That is a tall tale, Falcon. I never did that. I never did that. That doesn't make any sense, Beowulf. That doesn't make any sense. It's coming. It's here. It's heading right for us. We got cows. No, I didn't do the we got cows. Oh, damn. Did you get the 4K to watch that movie for the first time? Because you should have. Yes, I'm excited to see it. We all watched Twister together like 3 weeks ago before I got the 4K. And the kids really enjoyed it. And we're all hyped up to go see Twisters in the theater. So, and I've been hearing some good things about it. So I'm excited. I'm just going to try to let go of everything. You know, Bill Paxton's not in it. Helen Hunt's likely not going to be in it. It's just its own new thing. If they can match the tone, I'll be happy. Just please don't be like that shitty tornado movie that came out back in like 2015. Eye of the Storm. That movie sucked. Balls. Balls. Balls is what it sucked. Oh, those are some gnarly ass tornadoes up there. I remember that. It was very sad. I did not. Oh, that's a good question, Rob. Damn. You know what? They were the first, I'm pretty sure. And I think they'll be the last. I think Criterion will endure. For something about I just feel like Criterion will be the one. I just feel like they have the solid fan base. They have the curation. They put out enough mainstream stuff to keep them moving, to keep people excited and interested. And I just think those guys got it figured out. I don't know. I just think they know how to keep stuff moving. I could be wrong. I feel like Vinegar Syndrome, they're really ascending, but I feel like they're going to fly a little bit too close to the sun and they're going to implode. Like people are just going to become disinterested in spending all that money on their releases. Same thing with Severin. Again, I could be wrong, but I just feel like we're in an era now, and it's like many people have said, we're in the collector era of collecting. Who knew? We're in the collector era of collecting, but you know what I mean. The normal people aren't buying Blu-rays and 4Ks anymore. It's the collectors buying the premium editions and the steel books and all that stuff. That's why all the studios are just putting out steel books and steel books only of movies. That's the era that we're in. But I don't think it's going to last forever. I think people are going to get tired of that. They're going to get burnt out on that. We're all going to get burnt out on that. And when that happens, companies like Vinegar Syndrome that rely solely on packaging to sell their stuff, Severin, those are going to be the first ones to drop. Criterion, I just feel like those dirty bastards are just going to keep moving. They're just going to keep moving, catering to the fan base. Foreign films. I got every different type of film with the Criterion. Kino could make it. I could see Kino enduring, but Kino, like, they put out so much. They got so much quantity. I don't know. I feel like someday they're gonna fold as well. I don't know how much money they're spending to get all this stuff. So I don't know. That's my thought. Shut down first. I mean, if we're talking the big labels, like there's smaller ones that would probably shut down first, but like the big labels, Scream Factory, I guess. I feel like it'd be Scream Factory. They just feel like they're on such a downward spiral. I can't think of anybody else that would fold under first. Of the bigger ones, you know, maybe a Blue Underground would go under, maybe a Synops would go under. But if we're talking like the big ones, Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow Video, Criterion, Scream Factory, I could see Scream Factory going first. Or Shout Factory. Oh, yes, I did, Culture. Look, I know you're a Western fan. I got my Pat Garrett right here. I also got my Fistful of Dynamites. I also got my Gunfight at the OK Corral. That's like pretty much all I bought. High Noon I got as well. So yeah, I got my Westerns. I got my next 4 Western watches just lined up for me. Sam Peckinpah. If they could do a Wild Bunch Criterion, like that would be insane. That would be awesome. I hate it. I hate Into the Storm. Yeah, well, you can buy it now, Frank, and you'll get it in October probably. That's the release date. Whenever they feel like sending it to you, that's the release date. Severn don't do release dates. I mean, they'll do an Amazon release date, like a wide release date, but it'll probably be like August or September, October, maybe. Yeah, they suck. I haven't watched Bound yet. No. See, I could have took tonight to help me catch up on some movies, but I decided to come on here and hang out with you guys, and I think I made the right choice. You know, I did watch To Die For though, because I got my wife to agree to watch it with me. So we watched this last Friday, but I haven't watched Bound yet. Nice. Miller time. Hell yeah. You'll get it. You'll get it in November. I only say that because I ordered the bundle for The Devil's Honey, Great Alligator, Nightmare Maker, Butcher Baker, Kathy's Curse in March, and I just got it like a couple of weeks ago. Some people got it a lot earlier, so I guess it just depends. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't expect it until at least late August, early September. At least then. I will. I will be talking about Masters of the Universe. I did watch that this week, so I'll be talking about it. Barbarian. The one with Justin Long. No, Tyler. Yeah, I would take a Perfect Storm 4K. This is vodka, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. But it makes me optimistic because he did a really good job with the characters in that movie and the relationships. So if he can cultivate that kind of chemistry with twisters, you know, it might be pretty good. Because I think the original Twister is very character focused and centric. Like it is all about those characters. I think that's why the movie's so great and why it holds up and people remember it so fondly. So if he can do that, the same thing with Twisters, then might have a winner on our hands. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, a lot of people say I'm a Criterion hater, and I can see that. But when it comes time to give him some credit, I think they'll endure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have that fan base. Like they've had a built-in loyal fan base for years, like so long. So long. Vinegar Syndrome's like they haven't stood the test of time as of yet. They're having a moment right now, and I think they're the most popular label. Oh, I loved Hardcore Henry. That was a lot of fun. I watched that on Netflix. I got the Blu-ray. I bought it off of Groove. I don't know. They're just picking and choosing, and they didn't do them all at once. Like some titles they did, and then they did others a couple weeks later. It's like they're just kind of moving around. Um, yeah, I just think they're having a lot of issues. Yeah, I don't know who else to pick. Like of the big ones, like I said, I don't see Arrow going under anytime soon. I mean, I don't see Second Sight, Umbrella. I think they'll be around for a while. Vinegar Syndrome's not going anywhere anytime soon. Severin's not going anywhere. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they do a lot of pinkies up. Pinkies up releases. Let me get my pinky out and sip on my tea. Watch my new Criterion. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I've been trying to find 2 hours to sit down and watch it. Like, I'm really excited to watch it. I don't know why I haven't jumped into it yet. I have not watched it. Yeah, I wanna watch that one for sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Criterion does really good work. Probably not. I'll wait for home video for that. I'll wait for home video. Um, Captain America 4, I could care less about. I probably won't even see it. To be honest, I'm completely done with Marvel at this point. I just do not care. Unless my kids like say I want to go see this movie, I don't have any reason to see it. I'm just done. Like, to be honest, it ended with Endgame. They haven't done a movie that was worth a damn, in my opinion, since that movie. Like, Spider-Man No Way Home maybe was fine. But that was just that I don't even consider that really like MCU. Like, that's a Spider-Man movie that was completing that trilogy, whatever. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. It was completing that trilogy. All the other movies, I just don't need it. I just don't need it. Even if they're okay, like, I just don't need them. Like, that, what have they added? What have they amounted to? Nothing. They're just standalone movies that have amounted to nothing. They're not building to anything anymore. But yeah, I'm burnt out on all of it. And look, guys, I hate to say it, but I'm burnt out on streaming for tonight. I've gone 2.5 hours. I intended on going an hour and a half, and I went a full hour longer. But I appreciate you guys for being here. 147 people in the chat right now. And that means so much to me. Happy Optimist, Michelle, Falcon, Jordo, Culture Training, Patrick, Beowulf, Generational Reviews, Robzilla, everybody that's stuck with me, Fight the Good Fight to the end, Midlife Media. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.